Credible Hulk here. This is an overview of the base, just showing you where we moved the mine to. Right here's where we at first drilled down and hit the stone, and as you can see, we covered it in metal blocks. That way, if we're driving our vehicle around, we won't fall into the hole, and when we finally upgrade the base to being mobile, we won't get stuck in it. And you can see that a little bit later. Not in this video, but in another video. This is the mineral extractor that I don't like to use, but sometimes if you don't hit the minerals like we didn't in the last video, we use it to turn gravel into any of those ingots that you can see there. And it takes a good amount of time to translate the gravel into those ingots, and it actually takes a massive amount of gravel to make the different ingots. So I don't really think it necessarily balances out, because you're just turning regular old stone into useful elements. But it just, I don't know. I don't like using it because it's cheat mode, but I had to because I was running out of minerals without having the proper drill press. But as you can see in this drill press, we finally hit iron, and iron's what we need to expand our base and turn it mobile, because we're going to put wheels on it, and in order to put wheels on it, it's going to take a lot of large steel tubes and steel plates and construction components, which takes iron. So we wanted to hit as much iron as we could so that we could expand. And now I'm getting a little annoyed at this one because I'm trying to get more iron to process rather than stone, but it's arguing with me. And so I'm starting to build more parts so that I could build because right now we have a drill press, and instead of having a drill press, we want to have a mining shaft. And in order to have a mining shaft, we're going to have an elevator that goes up and down, and we're going to have platform that expands out and hits the sides of the cavern so that we can mine the sides of the cavern instead. And now we're just disassembling the drill press by taking all the drills apart, and it's going to take a little bit of time and confusion, because I don't plan too much ahead. I just kind of do on my own. Oh yes. The beginning stage is what you want to do after we get all this stuff taken apart. Like right now, I don't know why I'm trying to build before having the drill bits taken off, because we still have 2 more drill bits. So. And right now we're just processing our stuff some more, moving it around so that we can empty our inventory and get rid of this last drill bit. And then the first thing we're going to start with is the cargo container, because you're going to want a drop box that you can put the ore that you picked up off of the sides and put it in to where it can feed into the refinery. And you don't want to put a conveyor with a connector, because that takes up too much space on a 3x3. If you had a larger platform, that would be okay, but since we just have a 3x3 for now, it really wouldn't fit. So you really want to put the small cargo container there as the buffer that you can throw your stuff into. And as you can see, I tried to put down the bridge, the expandable bridge, but when you're putting down the expandable bridges, the physics behind it wants there to be no obstruction after the extended bridge. That you could put it wherever you want when you have the room, but then once it's collapsed, it can move around. But the first initial place that you put it has to have the room as if it was expanded. So the other thing is that when I do my mine shaft, what I like to do is have different stages, like one above the piston and one below the piston. And I have no idea why I'm just sitting here watching this collapse instead of speeding it up, whether through QuickTime or through actually increasing the speed of the pistons. This is my bad. And finally I cut through it. So here I am about to drill a little bit more to, or not drill, but grind, try to decide on what exactly I want to do. Because it's, I get a concept in my head of what I want to build, but then instead of just implementing it, I start doing things and then I change my mind, and I apologize for the confusion. Like here, this isn't the classic, okay, I want to build another stage between this, so I thought about doing one more, but then I remembered that it wouldn't hit the ice or any of the mineral deposits if I did that, so it was pointless. So I put one here anyway. And then, come to think of it, all this is going to let me mine is ice, and there's a bunch of ice, there's a huge ice deposit. It's not like I really need a stage there. But I ran out of parts, and then I tried to get parts out through the... Oh, this is going to be funny. This is funny. Here we go. I'm messing with stuff. Like, okay, I need to build another one of these. I need to get a conveyor. I need to get this. I need to do that. And look what I didn't notice. If you see right there in my inventory, my hydrogen bottle's empty. And I fell because I ran out of hydrogen. That's funny. I had to kill myself. Luckily I had the that hospital so that I could respawn at the base. Because if I didn't have that there, then I would have been stuck. Which I did later. I screwed myself over a little bit later because I had shut off all of my power sources to try to recharge the batteries. And then I wound up dying. So I had to respawn in space in another dropship. But anyway, the reason why it took me so long to record another video, well, I didn't take so long to record it. I recorded this video a while back before Christmas. But then Christmas hit, my kids were out of school, and I couldn't record any voiceovers because my kids always run up and start yelling whenever I start doing things, so I had to wait until the perfect opportunity. And it was Christmas, so I figured everybody needed to take a break anyway. My family came down. I hope everybody else had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Mine was okay. But so we built the reason how come we put a conveyor underneath the cargo container is in case, like you see here, we want to go down another layer, because more layers, the more like in Minecraft, the more layers, the more steps that you have to mine at, instead of being just having one. You want to have multiple levels of your mine for different, because your minerals are at different levels too. Like if you hit, like gold will be at one level, iron will be at another level, and platinum will be at another. So the more bridge levels that you have, the better off you'll be. And as you can see there, the one I tried to lay down was too long, so I went with the shortest one, and it was still too long because it's hitting the base. So I need to get rid of the little bit of the base in order to place it. I also apologize because I'm sick. I've had a sinus infection, so my voice is kind of different, and I keep on pausing the mic so I could cough, so I apologize. As you can see, we put down the Star Wars Death Star collapsible bridges so that we have a starting platform. We're going to have 1x1 metal blocks that we're going to put down on the corners. That way we have a walkway, not having to skirt around corners and we'll worry about falling. And then we'll get started on showing you why it is that we're building it this way. That's the good thing about building it like this with that conveyor tube or that cargo container there too, is that we can easily get supplies when we run out like this instead of having to fly back and forth. So really, if you think about it, with the drills, you had the tops of the drills were like cargo containers that you can open up, but you could only feed feed ore into it, you'd have to manually put it in anything else. I think we're gonna put down some lights. We might put down lights later. I might be stupid. Nope, I'm putting down lights. I like lights because I like to see what I'm doing. And whenever we put down lights, the default settings for the radius are really low in my personal opinion. So I usually turn the light radius up to 6, something like that. We'll see here in a minute. But I'm gonna grab the hand drill and we're gonna go down and we're gonna drill a little bit. And I can't wait until I edit some of the other video that I recorded for the next one, because the next one in the series is going to show the mobile base. I had done like 5 hours of work with video that I was going to edit together, but for some reason it didn't record any of it. It was a black screen, so I didn't get it. I apologize that it didn't stick, because now we've got a huge loss in translation between what we finish here and what we did in the next base. So, but anyway, on with this video. As you can see, we have the bridge built. We're now lowering the mining shaft, and we're going to go ahead and increase the speed, because it's not like we have to worry about the frickin' drills with the drill speeds. So we're just going to go ahead and increase the descent speed as we go down in our mining shaft. And I don't know why the physics keeps bouncing like that. Why did it not go down any farther? Unless that's it. That might be it. That sucks. Huh. I thought it went down farther than that. Oh well. So we expand the bridge like so, and we'll expand a little bit more on. Okay, yeah. See, 6.5 is the radius and the intensity. I turn the intensity up, but we expand a little bit with more pistons, because we want to be able to dig deeper rather than just right here. Because as you can see, it's pretty annoying that, look, we're hitting rock. But anyway, you expand the bridges. And what am I doing now? Oh yeah, getting the drill. We expand the bridges, and now we can hit the rock and start drilling on the rock instead of having to fly and jump up and down and try to reach things. So there's no real struggle to get the materials. All we have to do is just walk up and down instead of having to use the hydrogen. So we get done with our mining. We can throw our materials into our drop box, and it gets sucked into the refineries automatically. And then, do we pretend like we're done? Let's say we're done. Yep, we're going to be done with our mining. Our hand mining, we collapse the bridge, because if you try to do it with the bridge expanded, it's going to catch, and it's going to cause a lot of damage to your arm, your pistons. And mining shaft elevator. That way we can go up and down in our mining shaft. And it's going to shoot up. And that is our mining shaft. That's what we use to do our manual labor and our manual drilling. I know that we want to be able to do some of the auto drilling, but we'll get with that on another video. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, do whatever you need to do.